Hello and welcome to my channel, Darren's Villaging and More presents Lemax item number 05605, the Black Raven Manor replacing the motor. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more. Here we have my Black Raven Manor, which is actually the centerpiece of my 2025 Halloween Village, and while I was working on my reveal videos, it up and died. In fact, the motor, I believe, has seized. So I'm going to be opening this unit up today to replace the motor. And looking around the edges, I do see there is a little bit of glue. And I have also watched a previous video on YouTube from another content creator, the RandomJunkChannel. So using a little bit of guidance from that video and an attempt here, I'm going to do the one thing that is probably going to take forever, but will work, is using a hairdryer instead of a proper heat gun. The reason I'm using a hairdryer is because we are dealing with a resin and plastic based material. If I were to crack out my industrial heat gun, I stand a higher chance personally of melting the plastic that is the gutter around the top of the building. So what I'm going to do is just go back and forth with my hairdryer on high heat for about 5 to 10 minutes per side and heat this up, at which point then I'll take a screwdriver and work in between the resin and the plastic tray on the top to free the epoxy that goes around the edges. Now, what is interesting is, watching others' videos and reading other things online, there seems to be a little bit of inconsistency on the glue on these. So, to be determined if they're all glued the same, if they're a little bit different, we're going to get in here and find out. Well, I didn't quite spend 5 to 10 minutes per side with the hairdryer. It actually started freeing up a little bit easier. Now, I will say that it feels like the glue is going to be different on mine than it was for the Random Junk channel, and we're about to find out. So I'm on the last leg of this right now, and I am prying the lid off. In fact, there you can see it is free, and we're going to be looking for any damage underneath, because I feel like there probably is some. Okay, so yes, there is some damage. There's some resin pieces that are still adhered that broke off from the top, and that's perfectly fine. They're not going to be seen. In fact, if anything, it gives me a guide to replace the lid perfectly. Looking at this, the glue is in completely different places than the original reference video I watched from Random Junk Channel. So what this is going to say is that this is either a different production run, or maybe they changed their standard. Another thing that is different from that video is I have grease on my gears, whereas his did not. This could have been the reason that my motor failed, for all I know. So let's go ahead and get a number 1 Phillips head screwdriver out. Make sure I show this to you. This is Phillips 1. And this is the screwdriver we're going to be using to remove all the screws in the top of this. And again, I'd like to give a huge shout out to the Random Junk channel for identifying the motor in their teardown video of this. So I had already gone ahead and ordered some on Amazon, and I'll put a link in the video description. These motors are incredibly cheap. I think I paid $8 for 3, and with 2-day delivery. If you're wondering why I'm using such a long screwdriver to take these screws out, it's because in the past I have dealt with miniatures and taking things apart that you need some serious torque for. I have had some, I swear there was red Loctite on those screws, and it was an epic battle to get them out. In fact, there's been a couple that I've stripped so bad I had to drill out, and 30 seconds drill bit does wonders when drilling out tiny screws. Now that I have the covers for the gear off, I'll go ahead and remove the 3 screws for the mounting bracket for the motor and set those off to the side so we can take a look at the bottom side. And there we go. So I already have the gears falling off. Please take note to catch any gears that go flying. There is a top hat bushing on here that if you lose it, will be very hard to replace. So as you can see, the entire assembly, it did disconnect from like a Molex style connector, so it can be put aside. Now I do want to check the house to make sure it still works. Okay, this is good. I was concerned because when mine failed, nothing came on. Nothing moved, no lights, no sound, nothing. So it's good to know that the circuit board and the audio are perfectly fine on this, and we're just dealing with a motor short. That pretty much sets the problem in stone. So taking a quick look at this, we can see our gears, they are perfectly in place. There's nothing wrong there, there's nothing bound, nothing broken. Checking the belt, everything looks perfectly fine with it, so I'm going to go ahead and take that off and set aside. To have my one gear fall off as I charge it upside down, which to be expected. Let's go ahead and move on to our next step of replacing that broken motor. Here is the old motor removed from the mounting bracket, and it has a pulley gear on it that must be transferred over to the new motor. Now this one came off relatively easy. There have been times I've had to pry these off using a pair of pliers or a pair of snips to work my way underneath and then just push it off. The trick about this one gear, and this gear can cause you a lot of headaches, is when you are putting it onto the motor, it needs to be in the correct position. If it is in the wrong position, your piece will be noisy. If it basically creates an unbalanced situation and creates a lot of noise. This actually is one of the things I believe is wrong with my Wicked Coven Garden by Lemax that I need to do a teardown on. I'm going to simply splice the wires together on this and solder them and use a little bit of heat shrink to put it in place. I don't want to try repinning the Molex connector. It's more of a pain than what it's worth than just connecting two wires. And being in the tech world, I will always trust a solder connection over a repinned Molex connection because there's always play. Now that the wires for the motor have been soldered correctly and heat shrink applied, I'm going to do a power test just to verify that our new motor works perfectly. And it sure does. It spins freely, no issues, no excessive noise. Now, this motor, as you can see, is a little bit different than the original motor and has different mounting points because it's just a generalized craft hobby motor. The thing to know is that the mounting holes are 15.4 millimeters apart. Now that our wires are soldered together properly, we're going to go ahead and feed them through the base that is used as the mounting bracket for the motor. This is actually one of the more difficult aspects I had with this project, as the new motor has multiple different mount points and the original motor only had 2. I tried a couple of times to get this mounted to the plate and I just couldn't find the right mounting holes. So as you can see in the motor in the back, there are just the 3 holes. And looking at the replacement motor, there are quite a few more. So getting my micrometer out, I see that they are 15.4 millimeters apart. So this allowed me to find the correct mounting position and then secure it to the mounting bracket. With the motor reattached to the bracket, I have put the belt back on, and it is very important to know that if that pulley is too low on the motor mount, it will be noisy. So it is an excellent opportunity at this time to go ahead and test everything, make sure that it is not too loud so you don't have to take it back apart. And you will know almost instinctively if it is mounted incorrectly. It is a very loud whirring sound that will come from the motor. And now that everything is in line, I'm going to go ahead and put the mount back in place and secure it down. As you can see, I'm not using that long screwdriver anymore because I do not need that extra torque to remove the screws. I'm just simply going to do everything nice and snug and hand tight and leave it at that. As I go through this process, I'll make sure everything is in place and then put the gears back in place. Now, the gears can be a little tricky to line up. It was more than I had anticipated. Just take your time when you're doing it and you will get the gears lined up. Remember, the gears are made of a plastic material, and if you use too much force, you can potentially break them. So always be gentle when working with these gears. Do not force them when reassembling. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything else put back together, and then we can move on to the last step of putting the top back onto the Black Raven Manor. Since my Black Raven Manor was brand new this year and has already failed after only a month of use, I'm going to use a low temp hot glue to secure the lid back to the manor. I expect this motor to fail as well. I mean, if it happened once, it can absolutely happen again. And it is a moving part, which we all know all moving parts will eventually fail. So, All I'm going to do is avoid the original broken pieces, and again I'm using that as a guide as I place the lid back on, and everything is as it should be, and it's fully assembled. Go ahead and put my Ravens back in and test just to make sure everything is working as expected, and it sure is. So let's go ahead and take a look at our fully repaired Black Raven Manor. And here it is, the Black Raven Manor fully repaired and back into my Halloween village for 2025. I will say this was definitely a challenge and an adventure to get accomplished, but ultimately at the end of the day, the grand total cost of repair for this, the cost of one motor, $2.50. So, absolutely worth it? You bet. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this video. Is there any information that I left out that you feel was needed? Please let me know. And as always, thank you for watching. This has been Darren's Villaging and More presents Lemax item number 05605, the Black Raven Manor, replacing the motor. If you like this video, like and subscribe for more.